Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Happy, what day is it today? It's Monday. It's Monday. We got to seize the week. We got to have a great week, get all our work done, and of course have productive online debates and dialogue. Yesterday I posted this syllogism that I say refutes atheism, and I got 220 comments. Different people liked it, different people hated it. But a couple of things I want to address for those who are keeping track of the conversation. A lot of people take issue with me saying atheistic worldview, because a lot of atheists will say atheism is just an unbelief in God. That's it. It's this one sentence. I not believing in God. That's all atheism is. No. So, yeah, you could say that one sentence definition of atheism, but that's not how the human brain, the human person, the human thinking works. We all occupy a system of beliefs, a worldview. It's not just one belief floating in isolation, disconnected from everything else. Everything is associated. So when we have a worldview, it's not only the question of who is God, does God exist? It's also who am I in relation to God? Who am I ontologically? Why am I here? Where did I come from? What am I going to do next? How can I determine what is good? How can I know anything? This full stack of questions and beliefs are what's entailed in a worldview. So when you have the one belief of, I believe God exists or I believe God doesn't exist, it cascades and affects the whole thing. You can't just change that knob in your system and not affect everything else. So when I say atheistic worldview, I typically mean the full package of not believing in God, believing in a naturalistic philosophy, typically believing in materialism, that type of package. You could say some Buddhists are atheists, they're spiritual atheists. That's fine, okay, but 95% of the time when we say atheism, we're talking about guys like the Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, the New Atheist, Christopher Hitchens, that full package of beliefs. So great, if you're an atheist that believes in some Platonic forms and whatever, you have your own unique system, that's fine. What I said might not apply to you, but I'm not talking about you, right? So just that's what I mean when I say atheistic worldview. Second point I want to mention. Whenever you talk about morality, and especially the divine command arguments, where God says something, he declares it to be good, right and wrong, atheists would like to say, well, what if God told you to do this really bad thing that you know is bad? Like, what if God told you to kill a puppy? Would killing puppies be okay? Is that what you believe? Are you that dumb theist? You'll just believe whatever God tells you? So, here's what, atheist friend, as I want to say in charity, here's what you don't understand. When we say God says something, it's not the same thing as when you say something or when I say something. When I say something, it's just a sentence, it's floating in the air, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't really affect reality. Maybe there's some quantum physics things going on, who knows, right? But when God says something, it fundamentally alters and reverberates through reality. It shapes reality. Okay, so for example, if it was the case that God declared the absolute moral truth of killing puppies is good, if God declared that, it would have affected the way you even think about the idea of puppies. It would have rearranged the whole cosmic order such that it'd be the intuitive moral consciousness that you have. Because in the theistic system, the creator creates the creation inherits the image of God. Specifically, humans inherit the image of God. So if it were the case in your hypothetical universe that God declares some moral truth that is currently in opposition to the current moral intuitions we have, i.e., I'm going to go with this example, if God in your hypothetical said, you must kill all puppies, okay, in our current world we would be horrified at that, because our current world is contingent upon the moral reality God has already revealed. But in your hypothetical world, if God revealed something else to you, that would cascade, it would affect how you'd shape, it would affect how the entire universe is organized, and you actually wouldn't have a problem with it, because there's a difference between when you and I speak and when God speaks. That's all I got for you.